WCA, a legendary crew. What does WCA stand for?
West Coast artists.
Do you know the history of WCA and who created it?
Absolutely. You know, Minor, PJ, rest in peace, and Rival, rest in peace. They all had names back then called the isms. You had Daveism, Payism, and Nateism? Probably, yeah. So they started WCA.
Soon, who is one of the early writers in Los Angeles history, mentions WCA got its letters from a throw-up he did for West Coast Auto Body. Is that story true? Can you confirm this rumor?
Anything Soon says is going to be the law. You know what I mean? That's my dude right there. You know, if he said that, then it must be true.
Can you name a few of the other writers that were in WCA at that time?
You know, the original crew members were Rival, Minor, and PJ. And then you had, you know, Rack, Sed, Design 9. You had Pyro. You had Tane. You had Koozie Rock. You know, you had Vice 67. You had Styly 3. All these writers were, you know, WCA. We came way later.
Graffiti in the 80s was a very different scene than today. What were the battles like in those days? What were the rules of the battles? And how was the winner determined?
You know, they all had different rules. You know, I think the rules, I didn't really hear the rules at the WCA K2S battle. You know, WCA, K2S said WCA won, and WCA said that K2S won. So, like, I think that's just a sign that two legendary crews gave each other that respect, you know. And, you know, when BC battled MAK, I was there. We set the rules, you know. I wasn't going to paint that day. I was going to have Ash, Sir, Doom, Kex, you know, basically do everything against MAK. And the rules were, you know, like, how big is your production? That's why we took the biggest wall. You know, how sick were your letters? How sick were your characters? And then, like, how'd you all tie it into the theme of everything, you know?
Taking a step back to the WCA and K2S battle,
Yeah.
who were some of the writers in K2S involved in that battle?
Yeah, you had Deffer, you had Prime, that I remember painting.
Was Flame K2S part of that battle?
Flame? Flame is WCA.
Oh, Flame is WCA?
Yeah, but he doesn't like to be called Flame. He likes to be called Mr. Cartoon.
Mr. Cartoon, a huge figure in Los Angeles tattoo art. Mm-hmm. Can you talk about what type of person he was in those early days when he was Flame WCA?
Yeah, he was cool, man. You know, still is cool. I remember Pyro, kind of, you know, teaching him a little bit about tattooing and stuff, and he just got immersed into it, you know. I remember even Mr. Cartoon saying, "Whisk, if you ever get a tattoo," I was never gonna get a tattoo, by the way, but because I was told, you know, if you want to stay alive, you want to stay out of jail, never bald your head and don't get a tattoo. So I just, you know, never got a tattoo. But if I was gonna get a tattoo, I have one coming from Mr. Cartoon.
Would Flame or Mr. Cartoon get up back then, or was he more of a artist?
Yeah, he'd get up, you know. He wrote, he had the sickest letters, he had the sickest characters. Like, he was able to tie into West Coast artists' style and themes. You know, West Coast artists had their own style, K2S had their own style. Influenced, you know, two parts of the one city.